We think so, although you can't ignore what's happened to Broadway last couple of nights, NYU moving some classes away from the classroom. We mentioned Apple and City. What do you think? Is this something where we can sort of take our lesson from the Delta variant? We know we're going to burn through it perhaps in a couple of months, or is it more sinister than that?
I don't know. I mean, we had a holiday planned. It was supposed to be last night, and we had to cancel it because of what's going on. And, you know, I have a cousin who's a nurse in one of the New York City hospitals, and she called me the other day very upset. And she said, you know, I don't know what's going on, but I have so many people that are coming in very sick, and the ones that are very sick have not been vaccinated. And she said dealing with this during the pandemic when we didn't have a vaccine was one thing because we didn't have it, but now we do. And so the strain on the healthcare community is a lot. And so I think that's the concern. And businesses are just right now being smart and wearing masks and making sure people are vaccinated. But I'm a little bit more optimistic. I don't think we're going into any kind of a shutdown. I think we just have to be careful. I hope people are going to continue to get vaccinated and be safe. I mean, people are traveling for the holidays, Carl. I'm going away. I know a lot of people are. I just would encourage people to get vaccinated and be safe.
Yeah. It so happens this morning that we got some occupancy level readings on hotels in New York City. 81.5 is the highest weekly level of any U.S. market. It does feel like at least Manhattan was starting to catch a head of steam.
Yeah, there is exuberance in Manhattan. I mean, I live here. I can tell you people are out. Try being in a car in Manhattan and getting around. It's impossible, which is why I take the subway. Because it's packed and people are out, restaurants are full. So I think this is a very good sign. It's telling that people want to be here. People are excited also about 2022 because we do have a new mayor. We have a new governor, Governor Hochul, and Eric Adams, the new mayor, and Governor Hochul are friends. They want to work together. So city and state are going to be in a good place. It's not going to be like War of the Roses. It's going to be unity and working together. You know, we had a little bit of that where people were not getting along. And I think having a good relationship is crucial to the quality of life for New York City. And we're going to have some good stuff happening in 2022. Infinite possibilities.
Bess, it's Morgan. So what does that mean for housing? And I ask that because we've got a Fed that's tapering mortgage-backed securities faster than previously planned. You're starting to see some signs that we've had these gangbusters increases in both home prices and rental prices, and maybe that's starting to slow down a little bit too with the prospect of rising rates. So what does that mean from your standpoint, whether it is in a big market like New York City or, by the way, the suburbs in 2022?
Well, I think, you know, we have seen that the housing market was incredible in 2021. That's a fact. And all over the country, millennials are at an all-time high of buying. I think they comprise of 70% of first-time home buyers. So they're focusing more on home buying versus experiences, which is a good thing. But, you know, I think the issue for us moving into the new year is going to be supply. Supply is shrinking. In New York City, we still have ample supply, but other places like Connecticut and Palm Beach and the Hamptons, there's a lack of supply. Rates are going to go up. The Fed announced that. I think that's going to happen, and that's going to have its impact. And again, COVID is still something that impacts us, and those are the unknowns. But we do know this. People believe in the home buying process. They want to have a home. It's important to them. And we've seen that in 2021, and I think you're going to continue to see that in 22. I think it is going to be a little bit like the Roaring 20s. The bonuses were the biggest they've been since before Lehman. Borders are open. I mean, it's incredible what's going to be for 2022, in my opinion.
Yeah.